Oh, go. Oh, we're back. We're back on the entertainment beats. This is still the Vintage Talk Show with the Fajan friends, and one of our friends have joined us. Last week he was not available. He led a delegation to fight for justice somewhere. for justice somewhere. Yeah, we'd love to have you this morning. Good morning. Welcome back, Akindamola Adeboye. Good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Fudge. Good morning, listeners. Hope you're all good this morning.
Okay. The sound is a little bit off this morning. We try and manage, as they say. Okay, let's see how it goes. We're still on the, and our next story is a singer, KC, has revealed that repeated award snubs once left him in tears, forcing him to rethink his pursuit of recognition. He says he now values impact over accolades, citing the global success of hits like Limpopo and Oja Piano. The artist adds that fan support rather than industry validation has sustained his career. Yeah, why should you worry so much about awards and validation? Awards are complex and complicated structure. Not necessarily, not necessarily. What will I call it? Conspiratorial or done to frustrate your career and all that. You know, but the criteria used to judge value materials, and they may not be in concert or in the same line with your thinking or your. I mean, nowadays people, most of their music follows those short items, 3 minutes, 3 point so minutes and all that. In the olden days they don't care, they just sing on 4, 5, 8, 15, 19. Well, the likes of Wasiu, Sikiru Ayinde Barrister, Fela, Sonny Ade, Obe, Dairo, and all those ones. You can see the songs, what's it called it? An item, just one song lasting 12 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes. No award committee will ever judge that and all that because they have a specific time span, which is 3 to 3.5 minutes and thereabout. You know, so why allow people's opinion to I mean, to uh, frame your happiness or joy and cry over being snubbed and all that. Yeah, if you have a beautiful music, people will respond, and when the fans are happy, who cares about judges? Abi, Damola, what do you think about that?
Well, for me, Casey, when he was singing, then it was just there. It was not anything fantastic. So I find it a little bit funny him saying that him not being recognized with awards, because then when he was singing, I didn't really fancy those stuffs, Limpopo and stuff like that one. People, there are better music out there then. So maybe he was just trying to write a narrative of, okay, I'm still here. So um, everybody just recognize that Casey is still here, because Casey was he was more known through his brother than through his music. So
Oh,
and
oh, oh,
everything was
okay,
just it was just bling bling then.
okay. So, Casey, that's another judge for you. Don't let Damola's opinion wreck your joy. Just go. Okay, in the next story, this is interesting. Comedian Oke Bakassi has placed a 5 million naira reward for information leading to the recovery of 8 phones stolen during a football game in Ikoyi. He says the suspect joined their match, faked an injury, and vanished with and vanished. Oh God, this is bad. Oh, forgive me for laughing. I'm not laughing at that. It's the action of the guy. And vanished with the devices. Bakassi has given a 24-hour ultimatum for their return and urged the public to assist with tracking. Oh my. 8 phones probably
Yeah,
collected it
the guy
to
should,
for what?
no, the guy showed them Lagos there, because nowadays you just see, you will be with a group, and familiar face will just come in like that, and we just join the group. And people have to be very careful. People have to be extremely careful with what what uh which environment they are in. They have to be very alert, because nowadays the people, boys are not smiling at all. Boys are not smiling at all. Because I
But the
remember,
guy
was it
tried
2 weeks
though.
ago? Yes, sir. 2 weeks ago, we were in a class, and we were there waiting for one prof like that one. And the next thing, a guy just came in, went to the back of the class. We were at the front of the class, and there were laptops, phones, everything. And everybody was familiar with everybody. I could leave my phone and walk away. And immediately the guy entered. I thought I was the only one noticing him. Someone else, another guy was noticing him. And he just asked, Egbon, is this guy part of this class? I said, definitely, we know he's not now. We're only 28 in the class. So definitely he's not. And as if we had discussed it before, we stood up immediately and we asked him, we are having a class here. Can you move out?
Hmm.
Because after some time, the guy will blend in. He will not know what's
Yeah.
happening again. Things, and he will
And
move
then
out
things will
again.
start
Just
missing.
like that.
Hmm.
Yeah. And everybody was just, we are just talking, discussing policy, talking, and we were not, we will not be alert again by the time that happens. So we have to be very
Yeah.
alert in any kind of environment we are in. You have to be very alert.
It is, and it's so easy to get carried away when you're playing football,
Yeah,
especially these
very.
small, having recreational football, playing and having fun with your friends.
Yeah,
Now, sorry,
very
okay,
easy.
Bakas, 8 phone. I hope they all don't belong to him. him, that
No,
would be very,
it belonged
very,
to the
very
guys that are playing
devastating.
the phone. I read the
Many,
story. It belonged to
no,
the guys.
it's a
Yeah,
collection. Okay,
it's a collection, and unfortunately for the guy, they have a suspect already. His face has been shown across social media, and
yeah.
they believe if he's not the thief, he will come out and say, "No, I'm not," and stuff like that one. But of course, the guy that was faking an injury and all of a sudden he disappeared, and he was not part of the group, you will know that
Ah,
something is amiss.
but the guy is bold though. He's bold. 8 phones at once. He
Ah,
didn't even,
eh,
he didn't
that
even leave some.
that is that is that is small now. In some parties, you will start looking for phones. The next thing, the neighbor will start looking for phones, and you will
Ah,
just see
ah.
that phone has been moved. Phones, as in plenty, it has been moved from the party. So nowadays, that's why people, they use bouncers. They don't allow unfamiliar faces into the party
To
and stuff
screen
like that.
them. Okay. Wow. 8 phones. Well, I hope we'll get an update that he has seen some or all. Okay, Bele. Okay, our next story is by Victoria Inyama. She said, our latest statements sparked mixed reactions after describing her experience with female circumcision as beneficial, despite acknowledging its trauma. Her remarks have drawn criticism and renewed conversations around the harmful practice and long-term effect of female genital mutilation. That's the reason it's called mutilation. It's barbaric, isn't it? And she said she liked it because she stopped her from having sexual urges and all that. I don't. Is that a good thing?
Well, it's not. It's not. We have been told severally that some of our mothers, that was the genesis of their problems, and you know, we had a case some time ago like that, and the lady was, she was just there like that. She was just, and her husband was complaining seriously. She was just frigid. Her husband was complaining seriously, and after we traced her, and then we saw that she was actually circumcised when she was growing up, and then that affected her seriously, and she had to go
Hmm.
through series of therapy and stuff like that one, and even if she has to pretend that she's enjoying what her husband is doing to her, because the husband was complaining bitterly, I would touch my wife, she would not even, and I would, and of course, well, I don't, for me, I don't buy into that idea too, because if one is conversant medically with the practice, we actually know that it's not something palatable to go through at all, at all. It's not at all.
Hmm.
It's not. It's not. It's not.
Okay. Okay, one, well, okay, two more stories and then we call it a day. Olajumoke, remember the Olajumoke only bread? Olajumoke only
Bread.
bread has dismissed rumors of substance use following a viral TikTok video. She insists the clip was purely for entertainment and cautions against false assumptions, maintaining she neither smokes nor drinks. So why are you pretending to smoke and shack up so that people could so you can drive clicks or baits? I don't get it. That's her
Yeah,
own way of I
maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe she's just denying because it came into the public for, because when you are high, you do some stuff that when you are sober you will be wondering,
you will not
did I really
normally
say that?
do.
You are, did I really say that? Did I really do that? So well,
Hmm.
let's give her the benefit of doubt. Let's give her the benefit of doubt
Hmm.
that she's not into substance abuse.
Okay, okay. Okay, our last story. I don't know how to place this. A TikToker says she's facing a 50 million lawsuit from a bread company after posting a viral video questioning a loaf's unusually long shelf life. She maintains no brand was mentioned, but says the legal action raises concerns about consumer expression and corporate response in the digital space. I would have loved to ask Bosun about this. The TikToker was complaining that she kept a loaf of bread on the shelf for like 3 weeks, and it hasn't aged. It hasn't. Nothing has been done to it. And she said she was careful about exposing the brand name because people are asking what's the name of the bread, what's this and that. They are guessing different kinds of names and all that, and that she didn't do show up the name. Yet she got a letter from the bread makers company uh, threatening to sue her for 50 million. So I would have loved to ask the kind of exposure that you need to make and the kind of comment. I mean, this is evidently a user's reaction to a product. If I use a product and I see it's defective or bad and I complain about it, am I liable to some kind of lawsuit and some kind of litigation? I hope I keep it in mind when Bosun joins us, if indeed he does.
Well, for me, maybe I don't know how she, when she was on TikTok, maybe was the bread there, was the nylon showing
The,
and
the
stuff like
bread
that,
was
and
there with the nylon, but the brand name did not show, according to her. The name did not show, so you won't know whose bread is it. Maybe the
it
design, they
is.
will know from the
Maybe,
design or whatever.
maybe we could, maybe it could easily be identified. I don't know, but
Yeah.
for me, it sounds more like bullying to stop her from saying what she's observing. And if
Yes, I believe
yeah,
so.
if she's truly sure of what she's saying, she would buy that bread again and prove that what she's saying is the truth. And
It's
I
true.
think that when you sue, I think there is something we call counter sue. So it's a
Yeah.
two-way thing.
No, in fact, I think it's a great
Waiting.
one. It's a great advice. I think that the TikToker, we didn't get her name, should go back, buy that same bread, clock the time, video your movement, your buying, show the time. Then a week after, show the time again, and show the condition of the bread. So by the third week, if it is still same, and then you have a right to counter sue.
We have bread. We have bread that keep. When I was growing up, maximum 2 days, mold will be
Yeah,
on the bread.
fungi will start showing up and all that.
Showing on
Eh,
the
But
bread. But
put
nowadays,
something
4,
inside.
5, 6 days, the bread is still
It's
there,
still looking
still looking
kampe,
fresh. And
hard times.
I missed I missed an article. I think I'm still going to search for that article on the net. It was talking about the great danger called bread that we are consuming now, or something like that.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
I think it was yeah,
The
the
level of
article was
bromate and
talking
all that.
about
Hmm.
yeah, shelf life, bromate, and stuff. That bread is an extremely harmful
Yeah.
food
Yeah.
for the body nowadays.
Anyway, some of us is an old article. I mean, it's an old item. We hardly touch such things. If you want to live long, you probably will do something about bread, whether it's long shelf life or short. Anyway, thank you,
Shots.
Damola. Let's take a short break and come back before they come and write letter to us for talking about bread and management of eating bread and all that. Okay, we'll come back on the other side of this. Why is this? Look, if you look at the bottom, is this showing red? Is this showing red? Huh? It's blue. Kill us. No, that means not charging. Red, they come and show. That means that. Push it. Okay. So, okay, man. Something's wrong. No, what's ah, what's that one? Mm.
Collier, share your music, share your love.
Well, let's do this test again. Let me hear you.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah.
Now it's working. Thank you. I can hear
Okay, sir.
you. Yo, Isaac, Bobo. Ooh, bang bang, baby, bang bang, bo bo bo, bang bo, bang bang bang. Bo. Not being loyal. We're and Akindamola is still here. Bosun will join us. This is the Niger trend. That at that point we discussed trending stories within the Nigerian space during the outgoing week, and some of these, uh, in fact, there are a couple of stories from last week that we didn't have time to do because we had a guest. Probably will draw them up because they still resonate. Week. It's all about ADC versus PDA, APC versus ADC versus PDA. There's PDP is not even in the picture. It's it's um it's sad what has happened to that party. Okay, I believe. Let me look for something less political first. We shouldn't start our day fighting over political matters and all that. Let's see. A lot of it. Okay, let me see this. Airline operators in Nigeria warn they may suspend operations from April 20. That's on Monday, over a sharp rise in jet fuel prices, now reportedly above 3,000 naira per liter. They describe the increase as unsustainable and far above global trends, warning that continued operations could collapse the aviation sector if urgent intervention does not come. And I think that is a repost from the oil people there is no cause for alarm. They have a 74 days supply or something, and that the price mentioned by the airline operators are misleading. The federal government also cautioned them to calm down and apply some restraint. Uh, this is going to be a difficult time for air travelers, Damola.
Well, maybe it's time they feel the heat.
Hmm.
It's time they feel the heat so that it's those that are connected that can travel now. If those that know
Hmm.
the way
Hmm.
that can travel now, yeah. Because from here to where now, Abuja, from Lagos to Abuja is something else. I mean,
Wow.
the money to travel by here is something else now, and
I heard
God help,
the
God,
tour of is about 500,000. Wow.
yeah, God help us if or God help the person if the person is in a rush and you get to the airport and you are just buying your ticket.
Wow.
It becomes
It's even
extremely
more
exorbitant.
expensive.
Yeah,
Wow.
I and a friend we are supposed to go to Benin, and I was running late, and the friend was not sure if I was going to make it to the airport or not, so he bought only his ticket. That was the evening before. By the time I got to the airport, it was times five of what he bought, and it was already exorbitant. Yeah, it was times five, sir. I kid you not. It was times five just to Benin, and I looked at it. It doesn't make sense for me to to pay that kind of money just to fly to Benin and stuff like that. So I told my guy, you know what? Give me times two of the money. I'll find my way down to Benin. He said when? I said today.
Wow.
No, seriously. I said today. He said how? I said don't worry. When I'm in at the car park, I will call you so that you can come out of the hotel and then we walk in together and stuff like that one. And I just maneuvered myself down to was it Beggar then or something like that one. And I got to Benin that night, and my friend was like, ah, if he had known, maybe
Wow.
he would have sold his
You have
ticket and
followed
flown with
that too.
because
Wow.
he said it doesn't make sense. Yeah, it's just for the convenience, and now you are now think of the headache of how much you are paying, and it doesn't make sense at all again. It doesn't. If not for maintaining status, what is there in you want to go to Abuja and you are
And
paying through your
safety
nose.
also. Safety
Uh-huh.
also. Peace of
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
You can afford it.
Is there peace of mind? Because anytime that thing flies, it's in the air. Anything that happens in the air.
Well, it's not worse than car too. Anything can happen anytime.
Anything
You
can
think
happen. The,
you think
the only
so?
the only the only thing the only other side of it is nowadays in Nigeria, security wise.
Yes, very
Because
very critical. Very very
yeah, you can
critical.
get it's not even armed robbery again. You can get kidnapped any road anywhere in
Yeah,
Nigeria now.
all kinds of. Did you read the stuff about 13 students going for their JAM exam
Jam.
and were all captured? I understand two of them or three of them escaped and all that. It's so the roads are so dangerous nowadays. Uh,
Yeah, and it's
okay,
because it's now a lucrative industry. The banditry thing and kidnapping thing, it's not a lucrative industry. Very lucrative for
and I'm
people.
surprised.
So
And I'm surprised. I'm reading things like suspected terrorist sponsors. Why are they bringing out lists? They should just arrest them for. Why are they bringing? What's the purpose of the list?
That list for me, that list is useless, as useless as anything. Because before that list came out, we know the Nigerian factors has happened. It has been doctored again. People have been reached out to. It has been
You
removed. We
mentioned
know.
them, they will just disappear or go underground. It doesn't
Disappear.
make sense.
You are bringing out a list. It's a security team. Handle it in house.
Ah,
Pick up people.
Nigeria.
Charge them to court.
You know, do investigation, arrest them, investigate, after investigation, arrest, appeal your arrest, start prosecution, and then when the court does whatever it does, then you can now publicize their names and faces. So we know. Uh, I don't know.
Hmm.
Here's another one. It's sad and good. I don't know how to. This is it. Edo State Governor has approved full educational scholarship to the children of late Brigadier General Oseni Brahma, who died in active service in Borno. The state says the gesture honors his sacrifice and ensures his children receive uninterrupted education up to university level. That was a nice gesture, and
Hmm.
this this uh,
Ah,
this
it,
uh, this war
it
is
is,
claiming
but
too
it's it's
much.
it's saddening. It's saddening that when you are at the pinnacle of your career and you just die a cheap death like that. Now
Mm,
it's not ordinary soldiers that are dying, it's generals. And like I said it once on this show, most of the people that are from Brigadier General, Major General now, we were classmates, and it's sad that it's when people are getting to this kind of age and this kind of level in their career that these things will be happening, because a Brigadier General is not, it's a one-star general, just a little bit removed from a two-star general, and he's just dying like
mm.
that. And we need to handle these people. We really need to put our foot. The government needs to do that. The government, and I think too much politics is being played. Honestly, too much politics is being played. I don't know if they are waiting for, okay, let's come in second time and stuff like that one, so that let's not rock the boat of some people. But too much
You
politics is
can't
being
do
played.
that. I don't know. I don't know. The tendency from most administration I've seen, if they win second tenure, they don't work as well. They don't work as well as the first time. I mean, a great example. Oh, we have with us our legal experts and the social development advocates, and the man who has seen the other side of defeats in the last 2 weekends, Bosun Osifowora. Good morning, Bosun. Welcome.
Good morning, Uncle Fudge. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Ogami, Ogandamola. Morning.
I, I,
Good
We
morning,
have
boss.
qualified for semi-finals of Champions League.
Back to back, back to
well, we
back.
thank
Back
God
to
for
Remind
back.
that.
them, back to back,
With a
back to
zero,
back.
with a very boring match, almost at knife edge, just a mere spot in there. Anyway, most of us
Uncle
didn't watch
Fudge.
it because we are watching better matches, correct matches,
But
and
but
all
but
that.
but Bosun, they keep on giving this narrative that we couldn't score against Sporting, but the same Man City
Ordinary
that
sport.
everybody is shouting now in
Was
2022, the same
beaten.
thing happened. Just 1-0, just 1-0,
Okay,
both
now,
home and away. They couldn't score against Sporting, and now they are
Shebi, you will
shouting
soon
about
face
Arsenal.
Man. You will soon face Man City now. We will see. You see, the problem. I don't think there's any club more hated than that club. It's just supposed to be a good club. I don't know why this hatred is coming from.
I don't
It's
know.
it's
I don't
But
it's
know.
beef.
it's your mouth. It's your mouth. You will not
It's
stop.
beef.
You will not stop
It's
boasting.
it's beef.
Okay. Thank you, Bosun, for joining us. There we go again. Thank you, Bosun, for joining us. There's a story I wanted to take from last week. It's quite sobering. It says Yobe State University dismissed concerns over a viral image showing students sleeping outside, describing it as a temporary situation. The management says ongoing hostel renovations and upgrades have reduced available space, while some students also chose to stay outdoors due to heat. Authorities insist accommodation arrangements are ongoing and no student has been abandoned. Did you see the video? They put their mattresses on the road outside, sleeping overnight. And the to say it's a temporary situation. What kind of country are we running?
In
What
fact,
kind of country are we running?
one of the problems with the administrators that we have now is I don't know where they were raised, but they don't have any sense of planning. One of the things we don't understand in this part of the world is that before you embark on a major project, the first thing you will set up is where people will stay temporarily or alternative usage of roads or whatever you are developing. That's the first thing you will plan. But here, they will jump at a project and now start thinking about the effect on the people afterwards. What on earth will make a student stay outside overnight is an aberration. It should never be heard of. So the first thing they should have done was to provide a makeshift accommodation for them, find out where they will stay first before you start the project. Coming out to say this is it just shows irresponsible governance.
Very irresponsible.
The
Very
same thing with
irresponsible.
roads. This one is common to almost all states. You will start something, there is no alternate provision for people, and then all of us will be wading through the whole traffic and everything. It's, I don't know, but it's
Poor
sad. It's a
planning.
very sad development, and it just
Very
shows not poor planning, poor thinking, poor everything. And
But,
this, in this year, it
but
shouldn't be
so
done.
you know the saddening thing. It's happening in the school. It's happening in where we call the ivory tower.
Yeah.
That's the saddening thing. Not to ordinary people. Not you. If you are. So what crop of leaders are you going to produce
Exactly.
if you are not? I mean, it's so sad, and nobody is being held accountable. You can't tell me that
Yeah.
after the first semester, there are only 2 semesters in
Every
a session,
In
session.
a session. Yeah.
and we have 3 months for a semester, if I'm not wrong. So
And there's
you could
break.
have done it after the first or second
Yeah.
semester.
It's just sheer
I
irresponsibility.
mean,
They
it's,
also
it's just
make a lot of intake of people they cannot manage. You have a space for 500 students. You take in about 3,000. How
5,000.
would they manage? It doesn't make sense. It
and
doesn't make sense.
let them finish that renovation now, whatever they are doing. You will see that
It will still be
it's all
inadequate. It will still be inadequate, or it will be exploitative. You now see a room shared by four people paying, each of them paying 400,000 and
A
all that. There
million
ridiculous
naira.
amount of this happening in Lagos, Unilag, Lasso, and all those places. It's terrible. It's exploitative and
although
wicked.
yeah, very extremely,
That's the
extremely.
word, wicked. And
I
then
don't know.
are their own children there? Their own children are not there.
They are not.
Most likely.
They are
Most
not.
likely.
They are not. They are not.
Okay,
They are not.
another story from last. This is your time to join us to air your views, contradict what we say, or whichever grain of thought you want. 0913 is the number. Remember, you can call 0913 697 3485. Network permitted. Okay, the independent, that's INEC, has redeployed commissioner in Osun State, Mutiu Agboke, following allegations of partisanship ahead of the 2026 governorship election. While opposition parties had demanded his removal, the civil coalition expressed confidence in INEC's neutrality. Agboke has since been transferred to Ondo State. I hear things like he was given stuff, souvenirs, and some alleged cash and all that being made, allegedly, so to say. Right, and you now moved him from Osun State to Ondo State. Is it that if he's culpable in Osun, he will be a born again person in Ondo State? Is that the right way to do that? I don't get it. You know, the guy should be removed completely from the system. You know, I'm spending the
but Uncle Fad, you know the guy, the way it works, it's not a political appointment. So he's a public servant. So he can't really be removed completely from the system. And
it can be removed entirely from INEC. You can put him somewhere else. It can be in headquarters. It doesn't have to deal with the nitty-gritty of voting and election practice.
If he's still with INEC, he will still deal with election and stuff like that one. And I can tell you, all these politicians.
It will not be a wreck. It will not be a wreck. I don't think it makes sense in terms of credibility and all that. If someone is suspected of being, you're moving from Osun to Ondo. What does that change? He's going to acclimatize. I mean, allegedly, supposedly, he's going to acclimatize himself. Then we'll start the same process.
Because I'm a little bit familiar with that system, I can tell you for free that probably some people have reached out and some have been more forthcoming than the others with exchanging of things. And the next thing is that okay, if we can't have our way. If you can't have a way, let's just dabaru everything and scatter the whole thing and So that's why they could move in from Osun to Ondo. They are familiar with each other. I mean, in how many they are all familiar, both INEC and the politicians. They are extremely familiar with each other. It's not as if anybody is not familiar.
But sorry, let me quickly come in. Do these people think about the implications of this thing on the image of this country? And even the institution they represent. Because I think one thing that we don't have any longer is deep thinking. People just do whatever they want. They don't care about the optics. They don't care about the image it gives them. They just do anyhow. Somebody has been held for infractions and the best you could do is just to relocate him. Is it that when he gets to that other side, he won't do it again? And like Uncle Fad said, he will just acclimatize and continue what he's doing. No disciplinary action taken for something that heinous. This one is beginning to lose.
Bosun, maybe we should just be made to be careful because it's just an allegation. And anybody can lay allegation.
And so that's why you move the person out of the system and then investigate. You suspend and investigate. You don't move and don't relocate. And life goes on.
Are you talking about another climate on Nigeria? Because like
advocate. That's the right thing to do.
Just during this week, we are talking in a class, and then people were just shouting system, institution, and now said, come, we are making it sound as if institutions are just standalone. Institution is just, it's not a, it's just, that it is people, it is people, human beings operate institutions. And if our institutions, if our systems are not working, it is because we ourselves, we are defective. We are defective in character. Yesterday, someone was talking about the government is not working this thing. Someone asked, "Son, come, it's not working. You want it to work?" He said, "Yes." So if they bring money now, he said we collect. He said that you should scatter everything. That is the kind of environment we are in. I mean, nobody wants to make things right, but they shall want just like.
But they want you to be right. They want you to be right, but they don't want to make the effort to be right. But we just need the right leadership, I guess.
We need the right
Push
followership
us towards that bend.
No, we need
I
the right
think they'll
followership
follow.
too.
No, that could be chiseled out. If you have a man that is very, very disciplined and very strong-willed, and then he will start building. He will start building followers. Yeah, I know.
You know. This saying.
God is not going to come down and change people's mindset.
That it is happening in CDAs and stuff like that one. Was it last week or upper week that I said I was leading a delegation? Sir, if you see what people were vomiting, because I was simply saying, see, this is the correct. They don't want to do the correct thing in this country. Nobody, they just want things to work. You will agree. Wow. This is our agreement. Someone will come behind and say, it is me, allow me. And if you don't,
man,
they'll pass in front of you. They will not say hello again, simply because you are standing for the correct thing. So
you want to change. You don't want to change. We have a first caller.
Want to change.
Hello, good morning. Before you start, I want to have your number. I said, okay. Please send it to the WhatsApp number so I can capture it before I leave the studio. Now. Okay, thank you. Now go ahead. Wow.
And there were things allegedly made by APC then to do some things concerning the election. He stood his ground and came out today wrong. That is an allegation. Right now, he's a no-nonsense man. The two have been saying he's a no-nonsense man. He can say that clearly. And the assumption is that maybe they might not be able to penetrate him, try to manipulate him or whatever. You may not want to do your freedom and they want to take him to it was just like I said, everybody is not having that high class integrity to run a sensitive election program like that. If he just retain him in the ticket, so in that situation, because were there not allegation of him having contact with some politicians who are now in top position of the ruling party now? What happened to him? So the thing is that there are problems all over INEC, apart from Amukuto. And unfortunately, we did come last week, and I'm sure his program is probably. Look at what happened with Amukuto. The great thing is whatever people have to use that particular thing to private account, personal line, telephone line. If you somebody credible, senior advocate of Nigeria, professor of law, and the Senate president was defending him. The truth is this, they are going to install the victory of the president. This is actually anything I win, I know win. So why not have a credible electoral system? How can the professor of law do that kind of mess? It's a credibility problem. So if you say okay, was not competent or does not have the requisite integrity to have that election, take him to the court, just like what happened to the former Adamawa Reg. So as you see anything about Adamawa Reg, was he not fighting for APC candidate in Adamawa? and then we do them this woman, we just to come up and I tag. So what happened to him? Are they positioned him now? So let's get everything clear. The system is working and it is enabled by those in authority. Thank you.
Thank you. I guess you heard him. He has some kind of familiarity with Agboke. There's a no-nonsense person that maybe they are trying to compromise him and he's not shifting ground. I happened to him in Oyo, he stood his ground, party they won, contrary to the ruling party. And now maybe they are trying to shift ground again and he's ready to dig in and all that. Okay. Let's move on. This whole week is all about ADC. So I'm going to congeal the stories and see how we can treat it. It held its national convention in Abuja, contrary to INEC's postulation and supposedly the court's order or his instruction. Delegates also ratified the dissolution of the previous. It also expelled the the man that took them to court. He expelled several members, including factional chairman Nafi Bala and lawmaker Leke Adejide, citing anti-party conduct. Then in the part during the convention, all kinds of hot air were blown, especially Atiku accusing INEC of undermining democracy. Peter Obi warned that Nigeria's rising debt could lead to economic crisis. Bechi raised concerns over worsening insecurity, and Rauf Arogundade described government's renewed hope agenda as ineffective. Before we get to Atiku Abubakar's bombs that he threw into the system, well, especially from the legal angle, is this the right step for ADC to do to insist on holding their? I mean, I also read last week, by the way, since Bosun is here as a lawyer, NBA, your umbrella organization, warned against political judicial interference. NBA said they cautioned courts and lawyers against meddling in internal political party disputes, warning that they could undermine democracy ahead of 2027. It says such matters are barred by law and threatens disciplinary action against erring lawyers, urging the judiciary and INEC to remain neutral and uphold a due process. Now, Bosun, I know all judges and practitioners are all lawyers, Abi, and the NBA has the kind of emotional jurisdiction over them, kind of. It's the law that the court should refrain from dabbling into political disputes.
The NBA, first of all, cannot tell the court what to do. The NBA is just a body that it's a body in charge of lawyers that can influence. And they're bringing a bit of pressure on the system and help to guide people aright, guide the polity aright as well. So, but beyond that, they are just a pressure group that can do beyond what the law permits them to do. So when a dispute is brought before the court, it lies on the court to adjudicate and set things right. This matter is simple and straightforward. What the NBA held on to is that the law says that don't get into intra-party affairs, internal affairs of the party. Now, but the law is also clear. But since the matter is before the court, I think it is for the court to come out with a definite position and say, okay, fine, this is internal affairs of the party. The court will, recluse himself from it, or this is how this thing works. That's it. So NBA, all the pressure groups, everybody's talking from different sides of the mouth. Everybody's saying that which they feel, okay, this is what we want to say in respect of this. But the final decision still lies with the court. Now, as for ADC going ahead to hold their convention, regardless of INEC's position, two things can happen. If the court eventually says that they could go ahead, then it works in their favor. If the court says otherwise, then we've seen that before. People who got the mandate of the people to rule could lose the mandate a day before inauguration. So we have seen it before. We have seen it severally. So it's a tightrope. It's a very dicey situation. But the final thing still rests with the court. Once the court comes up with its position,
Well, the position of the Vintage Talk Show is to go on music break. We'll be back shortly. S.A. Peter says Omote. What happened to Bosun? Just went off.
Network.
I don't think. No, she can't. She's not even in there. I'll be playing the same moment. Don't kill her, probably. Bosun was been alone, love. Your network has a problem or something. Bosun, are you back?
I'm in Ibadan.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'm in
Wow.
Ibadan. The network here is quite horrible. Yes, I'm
Yeah.
back. I said I'm in Ibadan. The network is
Okay,
horrible.
I get you. I get you. We'll rejoin shortly.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you?
We can hear you. Can
I
you
think
hear
he's
us?
not hearing me.
It's not hearing
Bosun,
at
can you hear
all.
me?
The network is bad.
I've been struggling to find network since we came here today.
Amola, you can hear me, right?
I can hear you. I can hear him, but he can't hear us.
Eh.
Yeah. It's the
Bosun, can you hear
network.
me?
He can't hear us.
Let me
It's
tell
the
you.
network.
Just I will like
I can hear you, sir.
I will hear what we're saying. Can you hear me now? Oh,
Okay. It has gone off again.
and it was about to talk that time.
Yeah, he said he can hear us. The last time he said he can hear us, but
Yeah, the last
the
one.
network went off again.
Ibadan. We're going to listen now. How they
Depends on
Ibadan?
the place in Ibadan is.
Yeah. Ese Peters or Morton. No problem. Last song was Omote by A.C. Peter. We're back on the Vintage Talk Show with the past and present. And Damola is still here. Bosun is coming in and going out. Network issues from his place. Um, Damola, there are two stories about the same person. I think it took most of the week. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar says the 2027 election could mark his final attempt at the presidency, citing age and rising state. Um, it's pretty close to 80 now, right? And another story says he's willing to step aside for any consensus presidential candidate within the emerging opposition coalition, including Peter Obi. He emphasizes unity as a priority, noting that if consensus fails, a primary election will decide the candidate and it will support whoever emerges. The man is already anticipating that if consensus fails, ah, article. Um, many
For
critics
me,
believe that his presence is the stumbling block in giving APC a strong opposition.
yeah, well, maybe and maybe not, because um, what is still the only
Especially
one
his
from the
objection against the zoning, wanting to
zoning.
take the thing back to the north,
Yes,
when the south expect that they
because
would.
An Atiku is still the only politician in the north that can give Tinubu a run for his money, and
Mm.
I that's where the problem lies. Rotimi Amechi might not cut it. A Peter Obi might have only the South here working for him. So he's the only person that really, right from the PDP days, that could really play opposition. And of course, when it comes to national elections, we know it involves finances, and he's the only one that has that kind of clout now. So for me, and it's a little bit dicey what they are doing in the party, because they are acting like buccaneers. They should, and well, I'm not surprised, because even when we are in government, I didn't see anything fantastic they did. So I'm not surprised, because how can you go into that kind of situation and you will not count the cost? You will not even strategize on
They
how
are
to
count- They
properly
are not counting. They are counting.
do this.
They are counting the cost now. Who told you they are not counting? And then is
No,
there
it's
anything fantastic that this government is doing also? See,
no. I'm
Damola,
not even talking about the government. No, I would have loved, seriously, Uncle Fudge. Seriously, Uncle
a
Fudge.
strong
Yes,
opposition, yes.
I would have loved I would have loved a viral opposition. I would have, as in, I would have loved it. It would have
Okay,
made things more interesting.
okay, Damola, let me give you a scenario. Let me give you a scenario. If it's a situation where Peter Obi, who has a gravitas in the south, is coupled with a strong support from Atiku, who is backing a Kwankwaso as a deputy of Peter Obi, don't you see that they make inroads into the north
Uh,
and be a
Peter
strong
Obi would be
opposition,
a hard.
if indeed they are all battling
Yes,
towards the same path?
if they back Peter Obi, then they would have made the game easier, because it will be a hard sell. It will be a hard sell in the north. It will be. I can't be contradicted, but it will be a hard sell for them in the north. It will be. It will be, because right from reception.
even with the climb the clout of Kwankwaso as his deputy running mate.
Yeah. Kwankwaso has only clout in Kano. That's all.
That's what I'm saying, with a
He
strong
only has the
support
clout in
from
Kano.
Atiku. If Atiku backs
Unfortunately,
him with his war chest and
Atiku
all
is the one that
that,
has a broad-based. Atiku is the one that has a broad-based.
I think he can bring his broad-based coalition or rainbow to support any candidate, which he has promised to do. Anyway, we are still here. The number to call is 0913-697-3485. The network is dealing with my guys over there. 0913-697-3485 is the number. Okay, it's back. Your network has joined Bosun zone. Are you back now?
I think
Can
so.
you hear me?
I'm back.
Okay.
I can hear you, sir.
Okay, so you are saying, I mean, you think Atiku is not able to put his weights and war chest behind any candidate?
Yeah, he can. He can, but
north?
that would be. I don't think it will work. That would be a hard sell. Maybe
Okay.
if a Kwankwaso, yes, but not a Peter Obi in the north, because
Okay, we have
for
a
me, Peter
caller.
Obi is
Let's
not
try this line.
politically savvy enough.
Hello. Okay. Can I give you the studio WhatsApp number now? Okay.
I think the studio has joined the network thing.
He has 4 years left. Other people want to take over from him after 2031. People will not be interested in people to have 8 years. That's one. Number two, the only person that can do Tinubu is useless like the South. In the South here, just like instead of being one Lagos, in here, the people to win Lagos again, if you get it, lot of harm to the community. And if not, with the kind of sentiments rising up against good bad administration, it's going to do painful. And what any candidate of this stage anything, the kind of attack they get, I mean, you get from fire on another and co, then you tell me that they are being rattled, severely rattled. And if that condition stands, it will mean that Obi will be just 4 years. If Obi has been to go for 4 years and then just to detect all the damage in the has caused, and whoever is going to take for me, whether campus or wherever, after 4 years, then they bring the, they don't do it. Because whether you like it or not, the only thing that will sell any incumbent is the performance. The performance plan. You have the performance plan. But if I think things that is able to, a lot of people may not be elected, one, or maybe eventually go the way of South North election. Because for me, I would never support any Northern candidate because it doesn't make any sense. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my. We have all turned political strategies. And yeah, being let this if this goes and does not go. Sometimes politics does not play out like that. Sometimes there are other factors that come into play. Some nice and some bad that tip the election one way or the other. But like the last caller said, the essence of voting any incumbent ought to be performance. Can this administration justify its presence, its impact in the lives of people? Can they be felt? If yes, then they'll probably have a landslide. If not, it's going to be a hard, tough road to play. Okay, I think I have opportunity to just say one more story, and then I will look to play my rewind today. Oh, but that's a caller on the line. Hello, it's dropped off. And our last story is on the allegation of rape. The University of Lagos student has told the Lagos High Court how a lecturer allegedly assaulted her in his office. The prosecution witness detailed the incident, saying she reported it to the school authorities before the case was escalated. The trial continues later this month. It is check for marks or leverage kind of a thing. How to stop. Some of those all those kids are your children's age mates. What are you still looking for? You know, and students ought to be wary. Don't be desperate to get one up in school or get a better mark and all that. Open yourself up to kind of abuse and all that. I believe justice should prevail in this case. If he is wrong, the lecturer should suffer the consequence of his misdemeanor. He can keep his uh, antics in check. And others will learn from that. I read there were efforts to uh, make it all go away, but the students insisted, which is a good thing. Insist on even violated, and he has the right to seek justice. Okay, and also a shout out to our own billionaire industrialist Aliko Dangote has been named among Time Magazine's 100 most influential people for 2026. That's a global acclaim. He is the only Nigerian on the list recognized for driving Africa's industrial growth and economic transformation through major investments across key sectors. Wow. Congratulations to Aliko Dangote for that great achievement. There's a lot of people in the world of celebrity and TikTok symbol devotees, a listing, a mention in Times annual list of 100 influential people, most influential people, is a massive thing. It's a massive thing, yeah. And good luck to that. Okay, I have about 10 more minutes to highlight my rewind. Let me quickly launch this and uh, play one or two. I don't think the time is available for to learn. This is let's rewind is our way of honoring the legacy of our great entertainers as we devote a little bit of our time to show to music that virtually became national anthems when they were released. We call them chartbusters of yesteryear. Let's start with this.